Okay, everybody, this video is about how to make the ECX barrage not suck, because in factory form, they suck. There's just no way around it. I don't care what people say. It's a cheap truck. They don't run well. They break. They burn up motors. They break axles. They have a servo that instantly strips. They have a they're just not a strong truck. I do not recommend them. I regretted buying this. I bought it for my daughter, and I bought it because the wheelbase fits on the Stampede mount or Stampede bodies that you can get, and there's all kinds of cool Stampede bodies that are really scale looking, and they look great on this truck. This is the old Chevy body, I believe, and it's, I did the lights, and did a light bar and everything, and every time we'd go out it would break, and nothing kills a 7-year-old having fun than a truck that breaks every time. That's pretty much how you get kids to lose interest in the hobby. So I went ahead and fixed it. And so my issues were steering servos, they last like an hour, and motors. I was going through motors like crazy. And so this is what I did to fix it. This is the body, obviously, is, she likes purple, and she thought it was pretty, and she wanted lights. So I made her a cool body. And it's got tail lights on the back as well. I think these are amber, and then these are red in the bumper. The front are purple, and the front have LED lights and a light bar. So you can run this at night. It runs great. First and foremost, I ditched the stock transmission. Now they do make a plate to go with the newer style, bigger motor. This is the old style truck, and they have improved some things. But I bought a G-made transmission for a sawback, and just because I had one here and I test fitted it, it fit. And there's still some issues with it, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But overall, it worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. So 35 turn, 540 motor, AE5 axial ESC that I had laying around, works great. I mean, this was like out of an old truck that I had. That's why it's got liquid electrical tape trying to waterproof this some. What is this? I think it's a 5 amp, or maybe it's a 6 amp BEC, which then moves us on to the second biggest issue that this truck has, and that's the steering servo pretty much instantly goes. So this was from Hobby King. It's a GoTech, GOTECK, DC1511SG. They run a real short, goofy stubby, and I saw some guys moving this out of the way and being able to put a full-size servo in there. I tried that. I couldn't get it to work right. But this is a metal gear. It's held up pretty well. I mean, for what we do with it, which is pretty much just zipping it around the backyard and doing a little bit of crawling. She usually gets a pack or two before she's bored with it, so it's held up great for that. The biggest thing is I got no more burning out motors. So I broke a couple axle shafts with the stock wheels and tires, and then these are Pitbull Rock Beasts on some eBay wheels. I did not weight them, and that seems to be holding up okay with the axles. I want to think there were skids on here too that I ditched on the bottoms of the axles, if I remember right. Those are gone. And you can see, I mean, she doesn't really get it into the rocks too bad. So, but to get the transmission in, it's really only a couple of bolts hold it in, no big deal. The driveline angles are atrocious, and it's super close to the arms, but they do fit, they do work. We haven't had any issues with these joints wearing out yet. Stock drive shafts work great, and I'm still running all the stock shafts and stock axles and everything. One day I may switch this around and throw some like ECX 10 axles or something goofy in it. But for now, that is how I made it not suck. It no longer burns up motors. It has a servo that works every time. And I run these little Fleurion 1500 milliamp batteries. And dude, it runs like 40 minutes on these, or half an hour. It runs a pretty long time on this with her. So we don't have any issues there. I run that up front. And no problem. So that was how I made the ECX Barrage not suck. So hope this helps you guys out if you're into these trucks. You can pick these up used, obviously not modded, or sometimes modded for 50, 80 bucks, because they were only 200 new or 180 new. So they're very inexpensive. You can get the G-Made transmission. I think it was $30. And then, you know, 540 motors are everywhere. ESCs are everywhere. You know, I just used some old stuff that I had laying around. And then, you know, obviously the lights and the body. The body, I think, was $30, maybe $25 from the hobby shop. And that was pretty much it. So, hope this helps you if you're stuck with one of these trucks and you're like, man, I'm sick of burning up motors and steering servos. That's what I did, and it worked out pretty well. So, thanks for your time, guys.